Hello guys, how are you all? My name is Sylvia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing really well, staying healthy and staying safe at home. So guys, I make YouTube videos on makeup and beauty. So today the look which I want to create is this one. It's a combination of a lot of colors and when you see it, it looks like a rainbow. So yes, it's a rainbow eye makeup look. And this is a picture which I have taken as an inspiration. So honestly, I am someone who loves colors. Whenever I see a lot of colors, I immediately want to put everything on my face. So this is something which I always wanted to create and is something my personal favorite. And I hope you guys also like it as much as I do. So with that note, let's start with today's tutorial. So I've already prepped my skin. I exfoliated my skin. And the first thing which I'm going to start with is my eyebrows. I will be using hair wax basically to brush my brows. The reason I love to use hair wax is because I feel that it gives your brows a very good lift. For the palette, this is not a palette which I will be using in my eyes. Basically, I'm using this palette on my brows. Honestly, this is a lazy girl hack. Sometimes I am too lazy to use my eyebrows palette separately. And I feel that eyeshadow palettes are so reusable. I mean, you can actually use the colors. I mean, there's so many colors you can use for your eyebrows in it. And why not to actually utilize so many colors from the palette, right? So here I'm just simply brushing my eyebrows. And honestly, my eyebrows are slightly lighter. So I always try to put some product in it, brush it through. Because immediately after your eyebrows are done, your face gets a very good definition. And for that look, I wanted the definition. I wanted my brows to look very strong so that I know where exactly and how exactly I want to put my eyeshadow. Because the colors, like this whole look is all about the eyes. So we need to focus on our eyebrows and our eyes. So for the concealer, this is a concealer from Makeup Revolution. And this I'm using on the lid. If you have a white concealer, nothing like it. I mean, if you can apply something like a white concealer, because the colors which we are going to use after this is very, very pop-up colors. And in Indian skin, I think it's very good if we can use white base underneath. I didn't have a white concealer, but this concealer is really light, so I used it. So dab it well, and I think blending is the most important technique. So here you can see I'm taking a white eyeshadow over the concealer. It will set the concealer. At the same time, the base I will be having a clean slate to put the colors on it. So yes, again, if you have a white concealer or a white eye pencil, you can apply both of it. And then apply a white eyeshadow. That will be best because then your eyeshadow, your concealer is also set and you can apply your other colors over it. It's very simple. I'm just dabbing all the white color over the complete eyelid. I like to take a little product at a time and then depending on the consistency, I keep on adding. So this is the palette which I'm using. Since I've received this palette, this has so many colors in it. And honestly, I wanted to use everything from it. For this look, I've actually used a few of the colors from the palette. And the first shade I'm taking is this purple one. So that I'm putting at the extreme left corner of my eye. I'm trying to make a V. Well, the color looks really, really dark on the palette. But when you apply it, you need to reapply it again and again. So I think the consistency depends. And honestly, most of the eyeshadow palettes have if you apply them with your fingers, they apply really well. The color payoff is better if you apply them with your fingers. But right now, because I want them to be neat, at least at the corner, so I'm applying it with the brush. So this is the first color which I'm applying. You can take as much as color you want. The consistency should be of your choice. I think right now I'm happy with the consistency of the purple and I'm going for the next color, which is a green. Basically, this palette is a combination of there are a lot of metallic shades. So when I'm applying this color, you can see there's a reflection coming in. So basically this green has a metallic shade to it, and that's the reason it has a reflection. And on the cameras, because of the light, the reflection is way more than the real, how I see it in the mirror. So this is basically the second shade which I'm applying, and this color is really pretty. I mean, I can do a different makeup look also with this color and some other combination. The third color which I'm using is this one. It's a red color, and I'm putting it at the inner corner of the eye. At this point, I'm not worrying about the colors being mixed up, because I can go back and reapply them again. Right now, my whole idea is to put keep on adding a lot of colors and add it at the exact place where I want it to be. So here I'm taking the red. Well, I wanted this color to be really more bright, but I think the color payoff. At this point, I feel that it would have been better if I would have used my fingers rather than the brush. I'm reapplying the red again. And also I really feel that if I had a white concealer underneath, the color would have looked better. So now I'm taking this Q-tip and a makeup remover and just wiping off the excess from the lid. Guys, the color which I've used on initially is covering my entire lid. So here on the lid, the areas which you see that I am removing the colors from, the excess color from, is where I want to apply some different colors. So this is an extra step because I wanted to use at least 6 colors on my eyes, and I don't have much of a lid space. I have a partial hooded eyes, if you can see. So that's the reason. And again, I'm going back with the same technique. I'm using the concealer first, and then over it I will be going with the same white eyeshadow. I am someone who loves colors, guys. I am not much of a neutral person. I mean, I love neutral makeup, but if you ask me what is my personal favorite, I think I like anything and everything with colors. So here I'm putting again the white eyeshadow, the same way I had done it before. And over that I'm going to apply some more interesting pop-up colors. So the first color I'm using is this pink one, like the pink from the palette. It looks red on camera, but honestly it's a very dark pink. And it's a very beautiful color also. All the colors from the palette are really beautiful. They are really pop, bright, amazing for summers. So here the thing is, the reason I'm applying it at the extreme left is because I don't want the colors to mix. I mean, it's a pink, and if I would have used it at the inner corner, I think it would have mixed up with the red. So the next color is yellow. I mean, summer yellow. It's a beautiful color, and eventually I will start using my finger for this color because this is applying well with the brush, but I still want a little more payoff. So I'm going to apply my fingers, use with my fingers after some time. You can use any palette which has a lot of color in it. I think there are palettes from NYX which has amazing colors. And there are many palettes, guys, in the market where you can see a lot of pop-up colors. Even MAC has something which is a palette which has amazing colors in it. I mean, a lot of colors in it. So any palette of your choice you can be taking. So here you can see I'm using my finger, because with the finger the pop, the color payoff is very good. And because there's a concealer underneath, I think with the finger it holds the color better. So the final color for the lid is this bright shimmery blue. I mean, this color is really deep and beautiful. See, right now I think all of the colors are looking too much, to be very honest, but at the end of it you would see that everything looks good together. I promise you that. So now I'm just using this makeup remover and just wiping off all the excess and the fallout from my face. Today for the face I'm going to keep it really clean. I don't want to use anything like no dark colors on the face. Even for the highlighter, the blush and the lipstick, I'm going to keep it very neutral. So for the primer I'm using this color bar primer. This primer is very light to the skin, and it actually conceals the pore also. This one of the for a drugstore primer, this is really good. So for foundation, I'm using this L'Oreal Infallible shade 105. One of my go-to foundation when I think, see guys, I'm someone who loves to put makeup. I would say I feel really good and more confident when I apply some sort of foundation in my face or some makeup on my face. And I'm someone who loves makeup. So, and this is one of the drugstore foundation, which I have loved since ages. So now I'm just applying my concealer underneath my eyes. I don't like to conceal a lot of my face because I feel that if you have prepped your skin well and your skin is clean, then just apply foundation well and then just conceal your under eye and you're good to go. Because when you use too much of products, your face looks really cakey, and that is not a great look to me. So now for the lower the lower eyeshadow. So I'm again reapplying that purple and just pulling it downwards, because I also want the eyeshadow at the lower eyeliner, like the lower eye. So I'm just bringing that purple eyeshadow. Next I'm using that red on the center. I wanted this red. You can use yellow also. Now I think I could have put like the yellow color also at the bottom, but I think the red also looks good. And again with the blue, I'm just finishing my eyeshadow here. I haven't applied any the mascara or kajal or liner or anything at this point, so that is the reason the eyes might look a little more colorful. But believe me, it will all look good at the end. So I'm going to use mascara on the top coat. I will be applying lashes at the end of it, but then it's very important, I believe, to apply mascara and to prep your eyelashes. I do not have a lot of natural eyelashes. Like my natural eyelashes are very light, so I really need to without the. And I'm not very fond of false eyelashes, but I feel it's for looks like this, you really need to apply a little bit of lashes. So now I'm just bronzing my face. This is one of my favorite bronzer from Kiko Milano. This bronzer is something you can actually apply at any point of for the day, for the night. This is not very dark, but it has an amazing color. So for the blush also, I'm using this blush from Wet n Wild. It's a drugstore blush, but then the color is amazing for summer. You have that sun-kissed glow and you look very natural. And for summers, I think all these bronzy colors look really well. For the highlighter, I'm taking this Inglot highlighter, and this is a very sparkly highlighter. It has a dust of sparkle, so it sits on your skin really well, and it applies well with the sponge you receive, you get at the pot. So I'm just using the same applicator which I've received, which I've got at the pot of this, the box itself. Now for the lips. This is a matte lipstick, Retro. It's a very neutral shade and one of my personal favorite again in the lipsticks. Nude shades, it's very hard to find a nice nude color for your lips. I think we all have a different undertone, and not all nude shades looks good on every skin tone, honestly. And it took me a lot of time to actually decide which nude color looks good on me. So now here, this is a very affordable lashes I'm using. I bought that from Amazon, and these lashes are really nice. I mean, the band of the lash is very, like, very light, so it applies really well. And I'm using a pack lash glue for this. I have, like, initially I think I used to, like, putting eyelashes was the last thing I used to like, but right now I feel that I have got a hack of it, and I'm enjoying putting lashes more. So here you can see, I mean, so the technique of putting lashes is very simple. I mean, you need to measure your eye, like, the length of your eyelashes, and cut it accordingly, and then just apply and, like, the glue, and let it dry for some seconds, and then just apply it. So for the liner, I'm using this Color Bar matte eyeliner and just applying it. I'm not going to apply a very thick eyeliner. I'm just covering the lash band, just applying a very thin layer so that it looks put together, and going back with the same highlighter and applying it on underneath my brows and in the inner corners of my eyes for that pop-up shine. So at this point, I think I'm in love with this makeup look. Reason being, this is very, very neutral. Like, the face is very neutral. There's no colors literally on my face, not in the blush. And the lips are also very simple. And this is the final look, guys. Thank you for watching.